So I found this interesting. Now I'm not going to play the clip in this video, but I will post a link to the question that was asked to Frank Turek regarding accountability. And I've always wondered this about Frank Turek. And what I've wondered is, does the man actually belong to a local church? Is he a member of a local body? Okay. Because a lot of what he gets wrong, I think in a large part plays to the fact that he's not held to a standard above himself. And now when the man asked him the question, who holds you accountable? In short, I believe what he's truly asking is, where do you belong? What church do you belong to? Okay. And Frank Turek basically goes on to state that essentially he doesn't belong to a church. And I did a quick Google search and it says that he's not a member of a local body. Frank goes on to basically explain that it's his employees that hold him accountable. Okay. And I've always thought this was a big problem. Okay. Now, listen, there's nothing wrong with cross-examined doing what they do, going to college universities and holding Q&A segments where they allow students to ask certain questions. Now, I believe Frank Turek in large is a heretic, but I think there is a greater problem when a man who is a professing Christian does not have a desire to belong to a local body, a local community church. Okay. That's a problem. That is a problem. Because what we find in people that do not have a desire to do that, do not have a desire to join a local community church, it kind of shows a rebellious spirit in a sense. When people go out, when people are sent out, they should be sent out by the church. Okay. And so a lot of times when I've seen people who are these lone wolf type of people that are going out, even when it's just street preaching, you'll find a lot of inconsistencies, a lot of just heretical ideologies that are preached from these people that just don't line up scripturally. And a lot of times it always comes back to, let me look into this person's history. Let me look into who they actually belong to. What church do they belong to? Who's their pastor? See, these are questions that I ask myself in regards to certain people like Frank Turek. Now, if he does belong to a church, then I apologize, but I can't find any information in regards to which church he belongs to on the internet. And just his answer to this man's question, when he asked him, who holds you accountable? He didn't mention a church. Okay. He basically mentioned his employees, the people who may be above him within the cross-examined company. And I think that's a problem. Okay. I think that there's a problem with anyone who is a professing Christian who does not have a heart or desire to belong to a local community church. Because we see throughout the New Testament that this lone wolf idea of Christianity is not biblical. Okay. It's just not biblical. And there's a reason why a lot of people fall into grave errors when they take this lone wolf mentality. Okay. There is great wisdom that is acquired from being amongst other people that belong to the body. There's accountability. Okay. You're not able to just believe what you want. You have to actually back it up. Okay. And there are going to be people that are going to address that and confront you with, not negatively, but you're going to have to give a reason for what you believe. But when you are this lone wolf, you're able to do what you do without being confronted. Okay. And it shows a heart issue. Okay. And so if anyone does know of a church that Frank may belong to, let me know, but I don't believe he does belong to a church. And I always had that feeling. Now I'm going to post a link to this video where this question was asked to him in regards to who holds him accountable. But yeah, it's a bad sign.